Hey everybody, I'm Derek Ritter from Ritter Krieg, and today we are going to learn the ASL line of sight trick. All right, thanks for watching.
Okay, so in this example, we have two tanks facing off against each other, and we want to check the line of sight using the matrix. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to count in opposite directions, but the same number of hexes. And it'll be 180 degrees out. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So now the hex direction for this tank will be 180 degrees out, coming 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we make note H11 and H9. So then the midway point between the two is H10. So now we ask ourselves, does the Sherman have line of sight to H10? Does the Panther have line of sight to H10? If they both do, then they have line of sight to each other. So let's bring it in a little further. We can pretend now to check the line of sight from the Sherman to H10. Just pretend that the Panther is in H10 and start the matrix all over again. 1, 2, opposite direction from H10. 1, 2. Halfway point between I12 and J11 is halfway through this hex side. So the question is, does this Sherman have line of sight to halfway through this hex side, that point right there? I think the answer is yes, I believe so. Then the same thing we can do with the Panther. So our midway point was H10, so now we're going to count 1, 2 from the Panther, and we're going to count 1, 2 from the midway point, and then it's going to be the middle ground between these two hexes is the middle of this hex side. Does the Panther have line of sight to the middle of this hex side? Yes, he does. So that means, and does the middle of this hex side have line of sight to H10? Yes, it does. So we know this segment is clear. This segment is clear. This segment is probably clear. This segment is definitely clear. So now all you have to do is make a judgment call. Can this center dot see this hex side, the middle of this hex side, without it touching this building? I think the answer is yes, so we know we have line of sight. So, oops. We're gonna go from there to there. And as you see, not only is the line of sight clear like we predicted, but in H10, it goes right through the center dot, just like we said would happen. So that's the line of sight trick for this example. Okay, so in this next example, we have our Panther and Sherman facing off against each other also. So wondering, is this line of sight clear or does the building block? Also, is it gonna clip how many grain hexes? So using our method from before, we're going to count out in opposite directions to about the halfway mark. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the Panther. Now, because we're at a little bit more bigger range, I'm going to start marking these so that we remember where we were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put a die there. Then we're going to come in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, that's the opposite direction. So now the halfway point between these two spots is right here. So now the question becomes, can the Panther see the die? Well, yes it can. We're sure it can. Can the Sherman see the die? Well, now it's looking more and more like it can't, but let's run the matrix again. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. Then from the die, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. So now the question is, can the Sherman see the halfway mark on this hex side? And the answer is a resounding no. It's going to clip this building right here. So we know not to take that shot. Now we verify that the matrix works. And as you see, it goes directly through the building and directly through T5 where the dice was. So our matrix was right. Okay, now in this example, we have the German and the American again, and wondering if they can see each other, if they can clear these woods. That's pretty obvious. That building, not so obvious. So we're going to do our matrix again. 1, 2, 3, 4. come in with the American squad. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to come in 1, 1. Halfway mark is dead center in this hex right here. So now, still not sure. So let's bring it in again. Because it's a full hex, the dead center, and not the hex side, we can do it again. So now we're going to pretend that the German unit is here. Obviously the German unit has line of sight to here. So we're going to pretend the German unit is here, and we're going to start the matrix all over again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Halfway between here and here is this spot. So does this have line of sight to this? Yeah, it's perfectly clear. So let's move this over here. So now we can do the matrix a third time. There we go. 1, 1. Halfway between here and here and here is this hex side. So does the American have line of sight to the midpoint of this hex side? And the answer will probably be no. So it's going to clip that corner of K2 right there. So let's get our string out, handy dandy string out, and it clips that corner just like we said, and notice the string goes exactly through the middle of X2, Y2, just like we predicted, and that's going to be what blocks the line of sight.